Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into our grid here. Got to open the app first. That would help significantly. But we have a Friday, September 8th with Rachel Fabi and Ken Stern. I hope that I'm saying that correctly. But yeah, let's hop into this thing. So, grouch. That's, who knows what that is. Let's see here. With 57 down, old-fashioned bathroom fixture. What is it, chain toilets? Something like that? I don't know. Fact check. One who's coming and going. Scare quote. Okay. Grouch. A lout, maybe? I don't know. Portrayal of Paolo Gucci in 2021's House of Gucci. That was Jared Leto. I loved that, by the way. I thought Lady Gaga did a fine job along with Adam Driver. Good stuff all the way around. Regarding, probably going to go with an as to here. That just seems to make more sense. Let's do another cross here. 19 across, blank hours. Let's go with the wee hours of, say, the morning. Are there any others, really? With 57 down, old-fashioned bathroom fixture. So that would be a claw, foot, tub, maybe? Grouch, maybe it's a crab. Because, yeah, this scare quote looks like it was a boo. One who's coming and going, probably an attendee. That was just singular, right? One who's coming in. All right. Fact check. Let's go with research. I like to just finish certain sections before I move on. I know, OCD, weird. Bayhive for Beyonce or Army for BTS. Maybe this is fandom? Maybe. Yeah, alphabetized, for example. Maybe this is an order. Bring some order to it. How inappropriate to call this planet Earth when clearly it is ocean? Planet ocean? We do have a lot of ocean space. It's awful. What's the... Delio? You think it'd be Delio? I haven't heard that since the 80s. Oh, and also on Napoleon Dynamite, I think. But that's was Uncle Tim, right? And he was kind of hung up on the 80s. Nice to see you today. Morning? Remember that Subaru commercial where they had like some rednecks showing up out there, kind of weirdos. Morning, good morning. Seeing red is probably mad. I'm going to go with that anyhow. JV bench warmers. So this is probably the B team or the C team. And I don't know what that is, but I'm fairly certain it's going to be team. So that gives us something here. Bundle. Think of a wad. Go off. Go off. Rant. Steam mat. I don't know. Hartsfield Jackson Airport code. Honestly, I've actually been through this. It's like the biggest airport in the world, despite what Mo Bandy sang about in the 1970s. The biggest airport in the world. Let's see. I think they were talking about DFW in that, but it's clearly not DFW. Margaret and H.A. Blank, co-authors of the Curious George books. I know this, but I cannot remember. It seems like it's a Ray, but then if it's Ray, how do you spell it? Who knows? Three tall women playwright. I do believe this is LB. Indulge in a former vice. For this once, I don't know. Unintelligible. Pasta whose name derives from the Italian for little cakes. Well, I know these are tortellinis. Am I going to spell it correctly, though? That's always the question. Yeah, because that's singular. Pasta whose name. Okay, one's getting some dinner specials. Something old folks would do. Probably get there early or something like that. Bundle. Okay, this is looking like it's going to be a load. Go off. Looks like it's going to be an air. Oops, I didn't mean to drop that E in there. That's a goofy thing to do. Margaret and H.A. Ray. Tortellini. I'm really a terrible speller, and I used to be just as good a speller as anyone. So, but I'm thinking here, unintelligible is going to be clear as mud. And let's see, one's getting some dinner specials, probably early birds. So we figured early was going to be in there, but Olympians score points with their points. Olympians score points with their points. Those are probably the fencers, and so these are probably épées. You never know what it's going to be, an épée or a foil, right? So you kind of have to get that going. But we had Albie, so we knew it wasn't an F there. Unless we're wrong about Albie. We are wrong. I'm wrong. Skip it. Skip it. Okay, afraid not, laddie. Nay? Nay? Nay. Hormonal IUD available since 2000. I have no idea. But if that's a afraid not, laddie, nay. So I'm going to have to get this, whatever this is, hormonal IUD on the cross. Zombie-like is probably going to be undead, right? And puts down dist, so always at the drugstore? Always at the drugstore. Puts down... Oh, yeah. Got to get my claws correctly. Because I figure these are pads, right? A feminine thing. So let's figure out, let's learn this real quick. What do we have here? A hormonal IUD available since 2000 is Mirena. Mirena? I'm pretty sure it's Mirena. Looks like it'd be Mirena. Let's see. Moon that orbits Mars about 3 times each Martian day. I remember Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about this. Torrent. Men, 2000 Grammy winners for best dance recording. Singer with the #1 hits Sorry and Love Yourself. Don't know that either. I was thinking Lionel Richie for a second, but I'm sure that's not it. It's awful, awful, awful. ERALW. If there's a W, attempt to smush as a fly. So that would be maybe to swat at. Because I was thinking this might be worst, right? If that's the case, that might be the literal worst, but I don't know. Not quite yet. In a sec. In a bit. In a... So it may be ordered al pastor. So that looks like it's going to be a taco. Let's get back up here and figure this stuff out. Moon that orbits. Phobos. Phobos. Figure that's not weighted. Tail off as a storm. Becomes increasingly inclined. So maybe... TV character who said, heck, you could fill 2 internets with what I know about football. Pulled behind. Toad? Identity for someone who may prefer platonic relationships informally. I don't know. German swimmer Kristen, who won 6 gold medals at the Seoul Olympics. This is Kristen Otto. Their contracts may be board certified. Board certified in brief. The board, chairman of the board. CEOs maybe? Identity for someone who may prefer platonic relationships informally. Clumsy. Oh. My mother used to use this. Meine Mutti, meine kleine deutsche Mutti used to always call people oafs or big clumsy oafs or oafish. Trompe-l'oeil. Okay. Trompe. Sluggishness. Word with set, put, or, and so. Set forth, put forth, and so forth. Longtime weekly companion of Ebony magazine, probably BET maybe, or no, that's the network. Jet. Return specialist for short. This is maybe like a CPA. Maybe it's like a tax return, I'm thinking. Seal of approval. Sluggishness. I think we're talking about torpor. And let's see. You might take one to a new friend. Alphabetize, for example. So maybe this is sort. Seems like that's filling in up there. We're going to go tackle that in a second. You may take one to a new friend. That's probably a shine. Might take a shine to a new friend. And so seal of approval is an imprimatur or imprimatur. I think those are the 2 ways to pronounce that. I had 2 professors way back in undergraduate, back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, and I used to have to ride a pterodactyl to class. Imprimatur, one said, and an imprimatur. I don't know. I need to look that up, I guess. One a day for a dunaway. Okay, wow. I know this one. Stomped on, trod. This is probably a spoonerism. RX pickup. Well, it's probably just a mid, right? Bow, bow. An arc. That isn't arc showing up here an awful lot lately. Like there's something up with that. Okay, so this is looking like it's going to be a spoonerism. I had a professor, Dr. Donald Shane Black. He was the best guy ever. I think he passed away some time back, but he was an MD from the University of Texas at Austin who really loved English so much he went back and got a master's degree in English and was teaching English with an MD and an MA. That's pretty cool. Led a difficult team, metaphorically. Probably herded cats. So this gives us, this is probably an ant in Andalusia, yeah, mitia. A word that can make a big ask seem smaller. Yeah, that works. So provisions, probably these are terms. Swinger at a burlesque show. That's a tassel, right? Don't need to talk about where they go for those who don't know. But interesting. Little piggies are toes. This one went to the market and this one stayed home, perhaps. Remains here. Remains, probably earns. X as in Jimenez. I think that's base. Figure that's not weighted. So a raw score becomes increasingly inclined. Steepens. Yeah, so it looks like that's going to... this must be Ted Lasso. You know, I've not seen a single Ted Lasso episode ever. I need to do that. Got Apple TV. We've got all of them. You know, saving money by not having cable, and then you wind up buying all the streaming services and you're paying 3 times as much. It's a really good thing. Skip it. No idea. Rampaged. That's going to be flat. It's going to be that's past tense. So, ran riot. That's another one that I've seen lately. I also go back in time and do them. So, revisit them. Well, darn it. Skip it. Okay, well, skip a rope. Skip a rope. Oh, listen to your children while they play. Who did that song? Henson Cargill? Skip a rope. Something in the 70s, I remember. It was great stuff. Torrent is going to be probably, this is going to be a rush. And I need to spell it correctly. R-U. Let's see. So, not, well, darn it. Oh, rats, perhaps. This looks like a torrent onrush, inrush. Well, I'm thinking this is Justin Bieber. But the question is, how did we do? Okay. It was a pretty good puzzle. Actually, it was pretty clever. Imprimatur was probably my favorite. Imprimatur. But I really appreciated the idea of being able to remember Henson Cargill's song, Skip a Rope. It's a fabulous song. Okay, so we will see you on the down low tomorrow, and we'll knock out Saturday puzzle. We're going to a wine festival on Sunday, but I think I've determined that I don't want to do Sundays anymore. I'm kind of done with Sundays because they're just too long, and they're usually too easy. But sometimes they're too long, and they're too challenging, and it's not much fun. It's not fun to sit and spend an hour on something, even when it's easy. So probably no more Sundays. But we'll do Monday through Saturday. Anyway, be well. Cin-Cin. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Adios. 안녕히하세요. And también.